Back in the changing room.
Way.
Hey, we're back, listeners.
We are back.
Welcome to the show. It's Gameweek 15, Gameweek 16. You are obviously keen, like the rest of the listeners, to know who is back. I'm joined today by the two special ones. It can only be one, though. It is Sean, the John McGinn fanboy / potentially Mourinho.
Way. It's good to be back. I had to sit out with an ankle injury last week, but...
Welcome back, mate. How is the ankle? Oh, dear.
Like my performance last week. It was absolutely terrible.
We'll get onto that.
We'll get there.
Rather not.
Like we were just saying before the show there, Neil Van Dijk, when you ask someone a question and you don't really want them to tell you how bad they are, you want them to be like, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, and
you like, where do we go now? And there you go, listeners, I've given it away. I've got Neil Van Dijk. NVD.
In the room.
We got the double this weekend.
That's it. A brace of headers, but tonight...
Did you have him in your team?
I didn't have him in my team.
Well, yeah.
You know what? Yeah. Just,
you should actually get negative points.
No family loyalty there, unfortunately.
Blinding performance from Van Dijk, wasn't it?
This is a crazy week.
It's been a crazy week. I just want to tell the listeners, Ricky Pellegrini he's not with us today. The main man, he's
indisposed.
Yeah, he's been fired. He's not been fired. He's still around, but he couldn't join us today. We've sent him off on a sabbatical, much needed sabbatical. He's been falling from the top to the bottom week after week. The man's gone from first to fifth. The Goliath has become David. Last year he was in the top 1,000, but unfortunately, Ricky Pellegrini has had a bit of a shocker this week. I say he's had a shock. He got more points than myself and Sean, but he's still slipping down the table. We've had movements, and a lot of them. We've got Captain Russ in the NYC Brit Street Boys League. He's moved to the top. He has displaced and dislodged Sean, the John McGinn fanboy.
He did not just dislodge me. He absolutely catapulted past me. That ship turned into a speedboat. I think.
He has traded in his
speedboat with the topless motto on the back with his 74 points this week. Whoa, where did that come from?
He played his bench boost. He played his bench boost.
How many extra points did that give him?
So that got him 2-4.
An extra 15. That's not a bad return for your bench boost. I think it's a bit overrated, that thing, but decent.
Decent indeed.
I thought that he had a good score.
No model on the back of his new speedboat. It was a bench boost on the back of his speedboat that has propelled him up to 74 points. We had 124 as the highest from anybody for this whole round of fantasy. So that was the highest points out of everyone who plays the game. Captain Russ got 74 points. He also made 3 transfers, so net is out at 70 points, which is nice that he didn't get quite as many. But he has scaled the league. Sean, John McGinn fanboy, is in second. He's slipped down. 35 for Sean, very disappointing score. Myself, I've retained third position. I had a 43. And then we go fourth and fifth, and that's where we've seen the movement. Mentioned it already. Ricky Pellegrini has slipped down. And NVD, the man himself, he's right here. He's taken him.
I said I was coming for old Pellers. I wanted that Champions League 4th spot, and I've got it. I've secured it.
So walk us through what you did in your team, or what stood out for you this week.
Well, to be honest,
55 overall, Neil.
55, so just above average. I actually took a 4-point point deduction because I got in Pulisic. And I took out Callum Wilson finally for Jimenez. Jimenez got me points. Pulisic, I got in for Richarlison. And what did Richarlison go and do?
He went and scored. He got 51 Leicester. Total then if you take those 4 off.
There you go. Exactly.
No, that's included.
It's included, yeah.
Oh, so it's 55 included.
Yeah.
So you did get 59.
Yeah, I left old Kelly on the bench, but the perm did it for me.
Strong, yeah. You put the perm in. We spoke about him last week. He did score, didn't he, in the week prior, and we all had him on the bench.
That's
brave man to stick him in there. He got a cheeky one.
Well, I thought
perm was out.
Look, his hair was looking stunning last week, so I thought you got to give the boy a chance, and he didn't fail to deliver. So fair play to him.
I do have to say one thing, mate. I gave you the advice last week of Richarlison, and you can't stick by him. You've gone for and don't be the guy that sticks with your decision and backing it and think it's going to come through because it won't. And you removed him and he went and scored. I did feel a little bit bad, but not too bad.
No, that's fine. To be honest, you know what? I didn't even follow my own advice. I said last week that with Mourinho coming in, not Sean Mourinho, but the actual Mourinho, that players like Son and especially Dele Alli were really starting to flourish. I didn't really even heed that advice. And he went and scored, 15 points with his 2 goals. And
he did, and I'll tell you, listeners, we had some really blinding tips last week. Neil Van Dijk did give you Son. He said, I can see Son doing an assist and a goal. I believe Son did 2 assists, no goal, but was a fantastic player. Also, Neil, you came out with Moset of Sheffield United, who also
got 9
tucked
points.
A goal away.
Yeah.
9 points. Captain Russ had him on the bench, so he listened to you. The other one we did go with was Jamie Vardy. We said, Captain Vardy, it's going to be a lot of goals in that game. That was my thoughts. There wasn't many goals, but Vardy came good. He got 1.
So I actually tried to listen to some of your advice last week, and I thought this is the time to get a Spurs player in. I thought, I haven't had any in my team all season. In fact, I had Aurier in my team, but I thought Spurs were going to start scoring goals. They're going to get that boost from Mourinho coming in. They have proved that.
They did start to score goals. You just got the wrong one, mate.
I got the wrong one. I thought Harry Kane was... I went with Beavis for some reason, to be honest. I was a bit lazy and just thought that's easy. I think I had too much money to spend. I got rid of Aguero, and I still had money in 2 million in the bank from the week before. And I just thought, I might as well go for the most expensive. It doesn't necessarily always work out.
Had you listened to the poddy, we were calling Aubameyang. We were saying, Sean, you should get Aubameyang.
Yeah. He got 2 goals. Yeah, he did, and that was there. But then Arsenal didn't really get the spark that they wanted from getting rid of Emery. I suppose that was later in the week. That was Friday. That was announced.
Patrick Vieira, who's not here today, was telling me the job was his.
That's what we thought.
That's why he's clearly not here today.
Drowning in sorrow somewhere with an Emery.
So yeah, that was part of my terrible decisions from this week. I just wanted to stay away from Vardy as captain as well, so I actually brought Kane in and put him captain, and he got a whole 2 points. Double that.
Doubled to 4. Yeah. Everyone else in the league did go Vardy. You're the only man that didn't.
And to be honest, I get a kick on checking that when the first game starts at the weekend and you can go through everyone else's team.
Yes.
And when I saw that literally every other one of you's had Vardy, I thought that's an opportunity. It's either going to make or break you. It's Kane gets a hat trick, and you guys are never catching me. Unfortunately,
it broke you.
Wow.
But did anybody get Sterling either back in their team or keep him?
Captain Russ had Sterling. I think Ricky removed Sterling, Ricky Pellegrini, and as I said, Neil has dislodged him. Listeners, Neil's pushed him down to 5th. He's left us this week. He's taken his microphone. He won't speak to us. We don't know where he is. He's in a cupboard somewhere crying, I believe.
The toys are firming out the pram.
I'm sure he's not. But he did remove Sterling last week, as he told us, and he said he thought that was going to be a bad choice. Sterling came in with a goal. He got 7 points. He didn't get any bonus points because Kevin De Bruyne. Whoa, what a strike.
What a worldie that was.
Wow, that was a goal and a half.
But to be fair, even as a repost to that, John Joe Shelby, shout out to the ex-Liverpool lad and do it as a favour. Absolute screamer that was.
Let's vote on it though. Let's do it one for all. Shelby or De Bruyne.
De Bruyne
by far.
Just the
commentator said when Shelby scored, I'll see you and I raise you 1. I'm like, that wasn't really a raise. It was a great goal.
It was
brilliant from Shelby, but
De Bruyne was.
Oh my days! That was a hit and a half. Brilliant goal, and he got the 10 points, and rightfully so, got the 3 bonus points. So Captain Russ did have him as well. So he had De Bruyne and Sterling both performed. That also obviously helps you. The one guy he did have, and when I look at his team, right, he did have 5 players that only scored 2 points. And his keeper got 1. So, the majority of his points came from De Bruyne, Sterling. He had Vardy captain, but then he had Alexander-Arnold at the back. And I think this is the tale of the Alexander-Arnold versus Robertson. And Sean, we said it last week, we felt you had made a bit of an error in removing one of those guys, and you did remove Alexander-Arnold. Talk us through what was in your mind when you did this.
So Ross actually has both in his team, so he's actually benefited there. I got rid of Alexander-Arnold thinking I was a bit uncomfortable having two defenders from the same team sitting there. I thought it's too easy just to drop points quickly. I thought I'd actually made the right decision. The last couple of weeks, Roberts has done better. 4 weeks ago, he got 9 points, 5 points, 6 points, and then 2 points. So he kind of fell away. Alexander-Arnold was only 7, 2, 2, and 10. So I feel like Robertson will be more consistently above Arnold on the weeks in, but I think Arnold's more likely to get the higher points and score more.
I saw a stat that Alexander-Arnold is 37 assists away from matching Paul Scholes' record, and he's got 430 games to do it in, and the guy's 21.
He is a talent. He really is.
It's unreal.
He's a good outlet.
Stat.
Yeah.
I mean, to think Paul Scholes was
Magnificent.
arguably
one of the best midfielders
what
of
a
a
passer
generation.
of the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, and Alexander-Arnold, 37 assists away from beating him. He's clearly going to beat him. He's a hell of a crosser of the ball.
So I think I messed up there.
You have messed up there, mate. I think
I also
that
had
was
Van
a
Dijk earlier
bad
this
choice.
season. I got rid of him. That's probably.
I just think with Alexander-Arnold, Robertson, we have this debate so often, and Captain Russ, right, has actually gone Mousset and Ings up front with Vardy. So he's got two very cheap players up front, and he's offset that by putting both Alexander-Arnold and Robertson. And I think the benefit you have is, hey, if one doesn't do it, the other might. And they both did let a goal in. So as soon as you let a goal in, they're both going down, right?
Yeah.
But if one of them gets an assist, and one of them's likely to get an assist.
One of them will every week.
And Alexander got the 2 assists, and he got
But
2
you
bonus
mentioned
points.
there the captain's listened to my advice.
He has. He's brought in your
Danny
boy,
Wings.
Danny Wings.
Danny Wings.
And he gets
Danny
another
Wings.
goal this week.
Captain's
doesn't he?
copied you and stuck him in. How does it feel that someone has copied you on this?
What surprises me about Wings consistently is he's always up there in the bonus points.
He is, yeah.
And I need to
True.
actually check out what builds up his Opta stats in terms of bonus points, because watching the games, you don't see that much of them. And to be honest, he scores the scrappiest goals we've seen all season. But he keeps scoring them somehow.
Well, he has got 13 bonus points this season, which overall that puts him, in about, I think that's 10th position.
It's not bad, right?
Yeah.
8th position for bonus points, Danny Wings. Only De Bruyne, Mane, Jimenez, Rashford, Aubameyang, Abraham and Vardy are above him. So that
And
is pretty exceptional.
I don't have the stats in front of me, but he's probably one of the cheapest players out of that
He's
bunch that you just mentioned.
He's
Yeah,
6.2
mil.
Only 8% of FPL managers have got him, but he's been pretty consistent over the past couple of, quite a few game weeks.
And again, Southampton are not going to score that many goals, so he's never going to get, you don't see him getting the 20 points in a game week. It's always 9.
But if Southampton do score, he's likely to be one of the most likely person to have got it.
Yeah. Do you know that feeling when you're gutted when you're like how player that in your team and you see Southampton score against Chelsea or something? You're like, oh, it must be Ings, and it's not.
I know the feeling, and I'm sure our listeners can
relate to that
indeed, and commiserate in that as well. And I think so to leave Captain Russ's team there, he's done very well. Mousset, Ings, Vardy, De Bruyne, Sterling, and Alexander-Arnold. That's what brought him home. He has lost his bench boost. I'm pretty pleased to hear that, because these double game weeks are coming up, and he doesn't have one anymore. So could that be a mistake? What do you reckon?
I think it's overrated, the bench boost.
Overrated.
I think your double game week, you're more going to want to. There's not going to be many of them this season, and you're wanting to save that for your triple captain. You can't use them both at the same time.
Oh, you cannot. Okay.
So you're kind of like, you really going to save up for that? And how many? 15 points is a decent return for your bench boost.
Strategically, he's done well there, because he's now 10 points ahead of you at the top. He's 809, 135,000th in the world. He is climbing the heights.
That'll be top again by Christmas. We'll put that out there.
Top again by Christmas. I like it. Fighting talk from Sean, the John McGinn fanboy.
Prison top.
I think one thing that sort of messed a lot of people up this week was the late withdrawal of Abraham from the Chelsea squad. I say late, I mean, it came a bit early in the week, but a lot of us were tipping Abraham. We thought, captain. I know Patrick Vieira suggested him as captain. Backfired a little bit there in the fact that he got injured and then didn't really know what to do. I think.
Yeah, I mean, not only that, I think kind of most Chelsea players, to be honest. I think, given what an abject performance West Ham had against Spurs in the previous game week, especially with